Here's what you need to do if you want to change your oil on a 2011 plus Dodge Durango with a Hemi 5.7 liter. First, you'll need your key, of course. I like using these ramps if you've got them. If not, a hydraulic jack is just fine. You need a wrench for the oil filter, especially the first time you do it. It's pretty tough. This is the actual oil filter. I got it from Walmart for like less than $6, and this is what the filter looks like. I think either that number or that number is the Chrysler part number. I'm using a kit from Blackstone Laboratories. You can get to them online as well, so that they can test my oil. It takes a 13 millimeter nut to remove the drain plug, and I'm using 5W20 motor oil from Pennzoil. This was the only oil I could find at Walmart that meets the Chrysler requirements. It says it right there, exceeds the Chrysler MS6395. That's called out in the owner's manual for the Hemi. And I like to have a pair of gloves available and a piece of cardboard to kneel on to get underneath. As you can see, I have an oil drain pan. I've already pulled the old oil filter. And oh, and at least I forget the rag. Here's the Hemi top side. I like to pull the oil dipstick and loosen the cap. Gives it some breathing air so that when you drain the oil, it just flows right out. On the underside of the motor, you can see the drain plug right here, and this is where the oil filter goes. There's a metal lip here. It acts like a spout, so when you first loosen the oil filter, the oil runs down that. But it is in the way for removal, so I recommend a wrench. You're not going to get a good grip on it with your hands. Here's something that your local auto shop is not going to do for you. I like to take a little bit of old oil left over from the last oil change. In this case, I've got some old Mobil 1. I'm going to put in about 1/4 of a quart to help push out some of the old oil. When you remove the old filter, make sure that the rubber seal came with it. It may get stuck to the engine block, in which case you just reach up with your fingers and pull it off. But if you try to install the new filter with this on there, it's going to ruin your oil change. And, the pressure from the oil will slip by the second ring and spill all over your driveway. Okay, now you can see I've got everything back together, and I went ahead and wiped off any oil drips that fell onto the hoses and around the nipple for the drain plug. Now it's time to backfill the oil. Personally, I like Pennzoil, the Platinum, and it also meets the Chrysler standard. It actually says it on the bottle, so there's no guessing. You can use the Mobil 1 synthetic oil if you like. It's got the ILSAC 5 rating, which is what the Chrysler standard is inclusive of. But I've used Mobil 1 before and actually witnessed the sludge from it. Pennzoil cleaned the sludge out from the Mobil 1, so personally I like the Pennzoil. That's up to you.